Hello and welcome to the crypto jungle. My name is Baloo the Bear, and here on the channel I keep crypto simple and I try to keep people calm. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but the market is kind of in a bit of a meltdown. Cheers to anybody watching the charts right now. But not to worry, not to fret. This is a buying opportunity. We're seeing some incredible prices out there. Now, for those who are the investor type, for those who are the DCA style investors, we're looking at some really good price points. For those that are looking for a turnaround, for those who are looking to catch momentum when the momentum is present and the reversal is in, not really much to do right now, other than just wait for those signals, wait for those buys. So we'll get into the charts. Sorry for the delay. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes late. Had the power go out here at my apartment here in Mexico, out of my control. But I'm here now. I'm going to keep the stream a little bit on the shorter side because, let's be honest, all I gotta say is everything's down. Wait. Wait or buy. Those are your two options. But without any further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at the king of all crypto, and that is Bitcoin. Time for some hopium. Time for some hopium. I've got some hopium ready for you here. On-chain analysis is looking really good. I mean, we are really oversold. If we take a look at Bitcoin on the index chart, the NVT is showing a bearish trend. The price action is showing a bearish trend, but we are really oversold. The market is oversold. Now, do we have to reverse just because it's oversold? No, of course not. But we are getting some interesting metrics begin to appear with the custom alphanumerics indicator. We just got a green diamond on the 3-day chart. This is fantastic. This is a really good sign. For those who are hooked up with the alphanumerics indicator, you'll know that the green diamond on the 3-day marked the absolute bottom, best times to buy in the previous bear market cycle. We had this capitulation event right here, flashed a green diamond, marked pretty much the bottom. We had the capitulation of the COVID shakeout, flashed a green diamond, marked the pretty much bottom. If we turn on the volume here, let's get the volume on. We don't have a ton of volume. So, this is not ideal. This is not what you want to see in terms of a seller's climax. Believe it or not, I do think there's more downside. I do think that there is more capitulation left in the tank here. I think there is a lot more that people can give up based on the volume signature here. So not much of a stopping action in terms of the volume, but definitely something noteworthy here. Now, we have this new critical line to really pay attention to, this red line. If you guys pay attention here, now this is actually, how did I not notice this? Oh shit. Okay, let me throw on my bar chart here. Okay guys, so this, I don't know how I missed this, but shit. Yeah, no, we're done. We're done. Yeah, no, it's market over. Market is over. I don't know what to do. Pack it up, go get a second job. We're gonna have to see what happens after this, but yeah, that's not good. That is not good. I don't know how I missed that. All right, back to reality here. This is a pretty interesting level. So, we are looking at a reaccumulation here. When you take a look at the volume, it is an accumulative volume. We do need to see the demand come back in. There's no demand. There's a nice little candle here showing a spike in the volume, but there's no demand. So as it stands right now, oops, how do I get back? How do I get back? You guys like that? You like that? Good. I'm glad you all have a sick sense of humor just like me. All right, let's go back to that. Basically, what we're looking at here is a very large trading range, large and ugly. large and in charge. We don't really need to nail the top, but we do need to pay attention to the bottom. So absolutely 30K is on the table at this point. Until we can break this downward sloping line of resistance, which we have right here, it's really the only line that you need right now is just this line right here. That's the line. You know, we're kind of forming a bit of a bump and run. I want to see a capitulation. If we can capitulate down to 30K, trade sideways, hold this support at the bottom of the range and break through this resistance, that's a really good setup. I like those types of setups. That being said, we're looking at some incredible discounts right now in the market overall. If we take a look at Ethereum, Ethereum's at $2,500, guys. $2,500 for Ethereum. That's a good price. It could go lower, but I'm quite shocked to see these types of prices. I'm quite shocked to see Ethereum at these levels, which, you know, we were dreaming about these types of prices, and it just never came. And here it is. We have $2,500 Ethereum. We can take a look at Olympus. Olympus is almost at its backing price, so I'm very excited to see what happens when it gets to its backing price. Avalanche falling out of the channel, so we're going to have to reevaluate what the structure is going to look like. But Avalanche is at $65. I said if, you know, we get to something like 50, that'd be amazing, but 65 is pretty close as well. Solana's probably going to have to go into a longer term reaccumulation. This distribution, this kind of head and shoulders formation is proving to be valid. So we want to, you know, basically what it means is we need to come back down here and reaccumulate before we can come back up. It's one of those charts that got really overheated. Another one that got quite overheated was Sand. Sand just got the bearish cross on the 3-day. Once you have the 3-day bearish cross, it's indicating that there is a lot of downwards pressure. So likely we're probably going to come back down to $1 on Sand if I was to take a guess. And this is all due to the traditional markets. So, you know, we've got some pretty interesting charts there in traditional finance. Peloton actually, you know, it's all over Twitter right now. Everybody's like, Peloton's acting like a crypto. It's down just an obscene amount. Like, what are we down on Peloton here? I know you guys don't like to... We don't focus too much on stocks, but let's take a look. Traditional finance, we're very correlated. It's down 86%. That is crypto price action. That is crypto price action. So pretty impressive. But what we are noticing here that I like, and this is what we don't have in Bitcoin, is this right here. Okay. Stopping signal. This is a stopping action. This is a high volume signature. We go back over to Bitcoin. We do not have that. We do not have a stopping action. So as far as Peloton is concerned, this is kind of an indication that we're heading into phase A of an accumulation on Peloton. So Peloton will probably stop here. I think likely will probably range around 20 to 25 bucks, maybe even up to 40 or 50 bucks if we get a larger range for the accumulation. I don't really follow stocks that much, but likely we get some sideways trading action, sideways trading on stocks like Peloton. There's some other nasty ones out there as well. Netflix also just obscene, heinous. This is why I don't trade equities. Look at this gap. Like, you can't put a stop loss. You know, for those who don't know, you place a stop loss on Netflix, boom, you were skipped. You're done. You didn't get it. So not ideal, but yeah, Netflix down an obscene, I'm getting tongue tied here, an obscene amount, but a huge stopping action, There's a lot of volume coming in here to defend this level. Whether or not it marks a reversal is yet to be determined. But yeah, we're looking at, you know, the S&P, drama in the S&P, but I mean, this is a chart that's just up only for the most part. We can go ahead and take a look at the DXY. DXY is one that I've been watching, the strength of the US dollar. We'll touch on some traditional finance stuff right here. It was in a bull flag. It broke out of the bull flag, and it's now coming down for an LPSY. So we fell out of the bull flag, we're coming down. If we can't get above and we start to turn back down, it's going to look very good for equities. It's going to look very good for commodities. It's going to look very good for cryptocurrencies. So this is what you want to see on the DXY. You want to see a failure and a rejection from that level. Whether or not we get that, yet to be determined. This could easily just get back into the range and continue the larger structure, the larger uptrend that we have established here. So, you know, there is momentum to the upside with the strength of the dollar, but overall, you know, there's a potential for reversal here because this is quite a sign of weakness here on the dollar. All right, let's catch up with the chat. Like I said, I'm going to keep it a little bit on the shorter side today. Only 20 minutes in. We can take a look at some of the on-chain stuff later, but let me catch up with the chat. Fill in the form. Let's go flip some burgers. Instructions not clear. Went 200x long. Yeah, no, you're on Huobi. Huobi just introduced 200x leverage. So hope you snag something nice there, my friend. VORONG. Ontology. Like what kind of shit coins are you looking at? VOR. I don't have VOR. Ontology. Or wait, ONG. Ontology gas? Is that what you mean? Ontology gas? I didn't know we still looked at these charts. I didn't know ontology was still a thing. I mean, this is fucking disgusting. Look at how ugly this is. This is nasty, nasty, nasty. Good Lord, look at this distribution. Look at those wicks. Look at this volatile price action. No, thank you. No, thank you. I hope that's not the chart you're looking at. That's not the one you want me to take a look at. If it is, you must know something that I don't, and that's fine. ARK also down really hard. Yeah, they're down 30%, I think, on the day. Did I hear that right? Let's take a look at ARK. ARK was super hyped, and that's the thing. Like the stock market, nobody's in the stock market for the right reasons anymore. So what comes with that is volatility. It's no wonder that we're seeing crypto-like market action in the stock market, because nobody's buying a stock to own a share of a company. They're buying a stock because number go up. They're buying a stock because Reddit told me so. They're buying a stock because the meme said we're all gonna make it, or whatever the case may be. But yeah, 55% down on ARK Invest. We're not done yet, in my opinion. I'd be looking to get it down to probably $60 a share. What did we trade at? We traded at $158 a share for the all-time high. I'd be looking back here at around $60 a share for the ARK ETF. What does alphanumerics say? Let's go to the weekly. Weekly is best for the alphanumerics. Did get a green diamond here, so there is a potential for a reversal, but until it presents itself, the assumption is more downside. Nice volume coming in, good amount of stopping action. But again, when I'm looking at this chart, when I'm looking at this structure, a base has been built here, structure has been built here. We're still in no man's land as far as it looks. As far as it looks like to me, we're still in no man's land. There's still some room down here that we need to fill. So let's go ahead and fill that. Let's show you what I'm talking about. We want to get down in this area. Don't worry, it won't say McDonald's anymore. I'll make it back to normal. Joke's over, not funny. I'd be looking down in this area. So anywhere from, $50 to even $30. 30 is a little bearish. Let's slide that up. $35, $40, $50, somewhere in there. But, the trajectory is straight down right now. So until you can get that reversal, it's just more downside. Equities just getting smacked, hammered, disgusting. $34,000 CME gap. So I'm not much of a gap boy, but the gap narrative always seems to present itself when it gets filled. So let's take a look. Futures, BTC 1. So we got a gap right down here. For those who don't know how these gaps work, typically the gaps are traded on the daily. Let's clean this up a little bit. You know what? I don't even use this chart. Let's get rid of all the noise. And basically, you're going to grab your rectangle tool, go to the open of the gap, and drag it across. So we're looking at about $35,000 to close the gap. We're looking at around $32,000. Yeah, very likely. You know, I'm looking at 30, probably even lower than that if this trend remains. You know, the expectation is 30, the expectation's 32, whatever the expectation is, add a few $1,000s. And, you know, we could be looking at 24, 23, fuck, even like, I hate to say it, like even $18,000 we could be looking at for the price of Bitcoin for a wick. Hell of a buying opportunity. If you see BTC at $18,000, I mean, I don't know what to say, but it's a good buying opportunity. Not financial advice. Nobody can predict the future, but holy fuck is that cheap Bitcoin. I'm a little excited today. This is, you know, everybody's down, everybody's upset, but the reality is this shifts the market. This is what you need. This is the shift, okay? We need to reorder the order book. We need to restack the orders. We need to liquidate degenerates. We need to reshuffle what's going on here. We need to reprioritize. We need to spank people out of positions. We need to have them take a step back and look, why did I buy that shit coin? How about I buy this instead? It shuffles the market up. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. I'm excited because this is marking us getting close to an end, in my opinion. We're flashing the signal on the 3-day with the alphanumerics. This green diamond, which is not currently there, but I would love to see it show up on today's candle. This is indicating a bottom. We're getting close. We're getting very, very close. So it doesn't mean that we can't drop another 10, 15, 20, 30% more, but we're getting close. This isn't the end. We're at the bottom. The bottom's where you buy. The bottom's where you accumulate. The bottom is where you buy the assets that nobody wants to buy so that one day it helps to change your life and make you a wealthy individual. So this is, I'm excited. I'm excited. Bears are starting to over leverage 100%. 100%. We can actually take a quick look at the funding. I have that ready to go. Funding. Negative funding on BitMEX. Not crazy. Let's find some crazy funding. But everything's negative funding, right? So longs are paying shorts right now. Let's find something nuts. Let's find something gnarly. Binance is terrible, by the way. Binance is the worst. Arco? What the fuck is Arco? I don't even know what Arco is, but it's got some pretty gnarly funding on it. Anchor, insane funding on Anchor. Oh, that's long. Interesting. What's going on with Anchor? A lot of people going long on Anchor. That's interesting. Interesting. Avalanche. People going long on Avalanche? Is that correct? What is going on? I guess people are going long. So, you know, if people are going long, there's more downside. There's more downside. They're going against the trend. They're playing with extreme volatility, going against the trend. Not ideal. They're just fueling the downside trajectory. So what's Bitcoin? Bitcoin is, people are shorting Bitcoin. People are shorting ETH. So, you know, that's to be expected. But yeah, some interesting behaviors from the market participants going on throughout the markets there. Let's look at Thorchain and Render. Sure, I mean, why not? They look terrible. I don't even need to pull it up, but yeah, let's take a look. What can we expect? Thorchain, we're at a support. Yeah, I mean, we're at a support, but how strong is it? I would have expected the support to hold here, and it didn't. So we're falling below it. Not ideal. Thorchain's pretty dope. It's a nice, interesting exchange. One of those layer zeros, those atomic swap dexes, Thor swap. Some really highly incentivized liquidity pools. But yeah, the token, yeah, not a ton of demand coming in for the token, and just the demand overall is declining. You can see that decline in the volume. So there's just less and less demand. Not surprising, you know, people are really shifting their mindset. What am I doing here? Why am I into this project? They might read the white paper, decide they don't like something, whatever the case may be. There's a lot of reshuffling of the market. So the narrative, as far as the chart is concerned on Thorchain, is yucky. Render. Let's take a look at Render. So this is a new asset, and much like many coins that are launched, they get a ton of hype, everybody gets excited, everybody talks about it, and then they kind of trend down. So, you know, with anything that's new, it's like 9 times out of 10, and really dependent on the market conditions, but a lot of times what you're going to see is you're going to see some volatility, you're going to see something, and then you might even see a floor, and then boom, the floor falls out and then it flatlines. The flatlining is what you want. You want to get in at that flatlining. So I'm not saying it's going to go down this low. I mean, that's a negative number, but that's the structure you're looking for. You're looking for this consolidation, capitulation, flattening out of the curve. That's when it starts to head into accumulation. And then when it's in accumulation, that's when you accumulate. Why haven't we had a lower high? Seems to be down only despite oversold on the RSI and Stokes. Yeah, it's just down only, man. That's the market. That's the market right now. The market is down only, so you can't expect anything else. Needs to break trend. You're not going to get a lower high until you break trend. Then when it breaks trend, everybody's going to say, bull market back on. We're ready to make money. And that's when you need to be on lower high watch. That's when you need to watch crypto Twitter and be like, oh man, all these people are nuts. You know, you're still on lower high watch. So the lower high can print. We can get a lower high. It just hasn't started yet. It's been down only. So it's still on the reaction. And once that reaction pivots and we get a rally, now you're on lower high watch. Don't follow the herd. Don't fall into the trap that, yay, we reached a bottom and now we're heading back up. You know, you'll see all the charts. People will be doing fractal analysis, comparison, predicting how we can just break out. Until you break the high, it's lower high watch. So right now it's just down only. DOT is killing me right now. But I staked and I'm locked in for a bit longer. Did you do that? I don't even know. What is that program called where you stake your Polkadot? I mean, you knew that going into it, right? That you were going to lock it up. When you lock something up for, I think it's years, I don't even know. I'm so uneducated when it comes to the Polkadot ecosystem. I'm like really late to the party on Luna and the Terra ecosystem, and I've done pitiful amounts of research when it comes to Polkadot. I understand how the blockchain is structured and how it's, you know, it has this cross-chain compatibility network with the parachains. That's about it. That's all I know. There's some programs, there's some staking programs for Polkadot where people locked in a lot and they kind of locked it in at the high. It is what it is. You signed up for that. You signed up for that contract, and I think it's multiple years. So if you're not at the end of that staking, what are you even doing looking at it? Because there's nothing you can do. There's nothing actionable, right? So just don't even fucking look. There's nothing you can do. It's not like you can unstake or anything like that. So just leave it. That was the decision you made at the time. Stick with the plan. 2-year lock. Yeah. So don't look at it for 2 years. And I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just saying, you know, don't look at it for 2 years because that's what you signed up for. All right. Like I said, I'm going to keep this on the shorter side, so I am going to wrap things up here. I'll take one more chart. Go ahead and spam your tickers right now, and I'll take a look. In the meantime, I want to remind you guys, Olympus is an amazing asset. There's some math going on with Olympus. If you guys aren't in the Discord, join the Discord. If you guys are not already signed up on VIP, go ahead and sign up for VIP. Join the Crypto Jungle for free for 30 days. Scan the QR code, sign up for FTX, and you get 30 days for free just like that. We're happy to welcome you in. We want to educate you on the fundamentals. We want you to help you get to the point where you're able to look at a project's fundamentals, analyze the potential demand, and know which projects are worth trading, which projects are worth investing, which projects have high potentials for aping in. Whatever you're into, we can help you in the jungle. So sign up below, and we will see you in the jungle. Matic. All right. Good choice. Not a good chart, but a good choice. So Matic, we just crossed on the 3-day, did not confirm, but this cross is unavoidable. The momentum is gone. It looks as though this is going to go into a longer term accumulation. As it stands right now, there is the potential for the alphanumerics indicator to just scoop right back up. We are sitting on support for Matic, but the market is not working with us on this one. So it's looking like a rejection from the highs. If we get a move down, this is not a... Matic is something I'm really bullish on. The Polygon network has a ton of applications built on it, and there's a ton of infrastructure being built on Twitter, OpenSea, Unstoppable Domains. There's a ton of like outside infrastructure building into Matic to help alleviate some of the strain that's going on with the Ethereum network. I'm very bullish on that. And if Matic comes down to $1, I'm going to be accumulating. If Matic goes below $1, I'm going to be accumulating. The momentum is showing us more downwards pressure, so we'd be looking at the bottom of the range here, but we're currently sitting on support here, so there is a possibility of a bounce. I'm not holding my breath. The market's working against me on that one. Where can you even purchase Olympus? That is a tricky question. It's DeFi only. You need to have a MetaMask wallet, and you need to, start playing in the realm of decentralized finance. If you don't want to pay the crazy high Ethereum fees, which rightfully so, it's a pain in the ass, you can get it on Polygon, you can get it on Moonriver, you can get it on Avalanche, my personal favorite, and you can also get it on Arbitrum. There are plenty places where you can buy Olympus. You're looking for the GOM token. So you're not looking for the Olympus token, the OHM. You are looking for the GOHM, which is currently, the token for that is about $5,600 right now. Based on pure mathematics alone, the GOM token, if OHM is worth $1, which it algorithmically will always maintain peg at $1, just like DAI or any other stable coin. It's backed one-to-one with dollars, so every OHM is backed by $1. Right now, the OHM token is trading above its peg at $80, but if it gets to $1, it stays there. GOM is going to be worth $85,000 by the year 2026. So the fact that you can buy something at around $6,000 with the anticipation that in 2026 it's going to be worth nearly $100,000, that's a pretty good trade that's purely based on mathematics. If you don't understand Olympus DAO, go and do your own research. It's a fantastic protocol. I don't care what the herd is saying. I don't care what the FUD is going on with Olympus DAO. It is a rock solid project. One of my favorites. All right, that is all the time I have for today. If you guys enjoyed this content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if there are any projects that you would like me to take a look at, leave them in the comment section down below. And until next time, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.